Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't see, what was it, a press conference or
Before Rockets practice.
the media stuff after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in. I've been to a couple of those. So I'm usually out there on the court working him out though, or trying to see if we can't get Dwight Howard to make a free throw.
Well, he said that you mentored him when he first got here, and he really appreciated it.
Yeah, no, James is. That's a relationship that I've appreciated. You know, you never know when James is going to call you. You know, he's. If my phone were to ring at 2 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't worry about the police. It'd probably James. You know, wanting to, hey, you guys playing tomorrow? You know, he'll just pick up the phone on his way home from somewhere and just, hey, you guys playing tomorrow? I said, yeah, I'm gonna bring my boys over. But he'll bring. This past fall, you know, he called me one night, said, I want to come over and work out tomorrow. I said, that's fine. And he shows up with, it's James, Capella, Ariza, Chris. He had five Rockets with him. They were in the weight room working out. They had the strength coach from the Rockets. They had Chris had his guy, James had his guy, Capella had his guy. I don't think Ariza had his guy, but they all had their guys, and they came and played for 3 hours, just pick up. They played the Celtics. What night was that? The Celtics?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay, so Sunday morning my phone rings and it's James. Coach Cal, I want to come to the game. Okay, fine. Eric had called me earlier that week. Eric tries to come to a lot of games, but James is a last minute guy. He'll call, but you know, the one thing I always appreciate about James is winning. You can say whatever you want to about him, but that guy is all about winning, and I think that's why I've always appreciated him. You know, coaching him was a pleasure for me, because you have to know how to coach James. You know, James is not one of those guys you run a mundane practice with. It better be a competition, it better be a loser and a winner. And I don't care what the drill is, it better be, because he's going to try to win it. If you just go out there for an hour wanting to work on pick and roll defense, that's not who he is. You can work on pick and roll defense, but it's the black team versus the red team versus the white team. First 1 to 3 wins on stops. That's how you coach James. Just figure out a competition, and he'll be the best player out there. But you know, we just have a good relationship. But you know, I coached Chris on the. I was the head coach for USA Junior National Team in 2004. And Chris was my starting point guard. And we won a gold medal when the USA wasn't winning a lot of gold medals. But we won that gold medal because of Chris Paul. I remember we played Puerto Rico in the gold medal game, and their point guard was Jose Juan Barea. And then they, Peter Juan Ramos, 7'2" kid that got drafted by the Wizards. That was their starting center. Ricky Sanchez, 6'11", 3-man. I had Chris Paul. I had a lot of good players, but we had Chris Paul, and that's why we won the gold medal.
Kelvin, you mentioned Eric. I mean, he's a guy that, you know, people are amazed at his all-around game. He's not just a shooter. You've known that for a long time.
Well, when I had Eric, he wasn't a shooter. He was a scorer. He's a closer. I always thought he was a guy that, in a space floor with any kind of angle pick and roll, not a traditional pick and roll. You have to slide the floor over for Eric because he gets downhill. He lives at the free throw line. Now his game has evolved, which tells you a lot about his skill set. But he's gone from being a guy that lived at the free throw line and was a great finisher. You know, Eric was a man amongst boys when he was in college. When he, you know, I had him as a freshman, but he was a man amongst boys. He didn't have a freshman body. He was 6'3", 6'4", 215 pounds, probably 3.5% body fat, and people just repelled off of him. When he drove to the basket, you know, any kind of contact, he was just a man. But great mother and father, great family. A lot of respect for both those guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.